Her Story in Sneakers podcast, where we're showcasing some of the waviest females in the sneaker industry, community, and all things related. Today, we have a very interesting guest. We have someone that's a fashion and graphic designer. You might recognize her from Instagram, from one of her many creative reels where she's showing you guys different outfits and slaying in them. We have the wonderful Julie Norday.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. So for those who don't know, because you wouldn't know, I have no, not that they wouldn't know about you, but that I've actually followed Julie, I think, for like 3-4 years. She actually had a different profile to the Instagram that you guys will see on screen to begin with, which was very kind of interesting, funky. She had a lot of cool pairs of sneakers on there, which really piqued my interest. So I followed her for quite a while. So I am actually very excited because it's the first time we're meeting.
Yeah.
So we're getting to do this in front of the camera, but it's a conversation that I've truly waited a long time to have.
Me
So awesome. So let's get into it. So as I was saying, kind of one of the things that piqued my interest about you was the pictures that you used to post, including your sneakers and stuff. Just jumping straight into it. Where did your inspiration for sneakers come from?
So I feel like I started to be very into sneakers in like 2016. But before that, like I have two of my best friends, they're like brothers, and like one of them was playing basketball and the other one was in general really into sneakers. And I feel like they were like really influenced me like about the sneakers industry. They were like crazy about sneakers. They had like such a huge collection, and at the time like I wasn't even interested. I was just like quite impressed with like all the stuff they have, and they were like telling me about all this like crazy story, like what they were doing to get pairs and stuff like that. So I feel like it started like this, and then in 2016 I bought like my first pair of like up tempo, and I feel like I fell in love completely with like with this pair and like with sneakers in general, and I was like, oh my god, I need like all the colorways of this pair.
What colorway was it?
It was like I think it was the name was like triple white or something like this. The full
It was full
yeah
white.
full
Yeah.
white. So I wanted to get like more of those, but they were pretty difficult to get in like women's size. Classic.
Yeah.
So I tried to get like I have like another pair which is like I think it's Chicago. They're like red and
Red and black.
Yes, exactly.
And I think they're white sole.
Yeah, and then yeah, like this pair like really get me started into the sneakers game, and then I kind of lost it and wanted to get like so many after that. So yeah,
Awesome. I feel like the up tempo is such an underrated silhouette.
I 100% agree. 100%.
Like it's such a cool silhouette,
Such a cool pair.
and it's like it's not a Jordan. It's not it's not a high top dunk.
Yeah.
Like it's such a the air bubbles on it. It's just it's
I love
wonderful.
it. I wish I had like more. I only have two, but they're pretty hard to find in my size, to be honest.
Yeah, for those listeners, she's a 4.5.
Yeah, very small.
Yeah, baby 4.
Baby 4, exactly.
Yeah, I don't actually see that many small tempo.
Yeah, and I feel like
when I think about it,
I feel like recently they like started to like sell more on like Foot Locker and all this website, but I feel like they're not trying to be super creative with like I feel like they could do so much more with this pair, because like I feel this pair have so much potential. But
yeah, it'd be interesting to see if there's like a celebrity that collabs on it sometime soon. I think that's needed.
Yeah, definitely.
To make people fall in love with it again.
Yeah.
Where did you get your up tempo from? Like, do you remember what kind of connected you to that pair when you initially went and got it?
I think it was very random. I feel like at the time I just wanted to get a new pair of sneakers for the summer, and I wanted something white so I could wear it with anything. So I was just like looking at the thing that was gonna release, and I just like randomly saw that pair, and I was like, oh wow, they're so cool. Like, and so it was pretty random actually, but yeah, I feel like this pair really changed my my way of like seeing sneakers.
Awesome. Because as I mentioned in the intro, you're a fashion and graphic designer. Going a little bit into the fashion side of things, have you always been influenced by fashion, or did sneakers kind of then lead you on to being more interested in fashion?
I think it was more the other way. Like I was really into fashion like at a very young age. Even in high school, like I was already specialized in fashion, and then after that, I done a fashion school for 3 years. And I was very interested in like shoe design, no like specifically sneakers. So ideally, that's the thing I really wanted to do, to like get like an internship or like a job in like shoe design, but it was pretty hard to find. Um, so yeah, so I've done my fashion school, and then I moved in London to do like an internship that was part of my degree.
Mm.
And then I was honestly, I wanted to move to London so bad. I kind of took the first internship that I got. Like, so it was like in childrenswear. So that was not like a field I thought was going to be in, but I was like, yeah, okay, why not? Like, it's something I never done. Um, and then, yeah, like I'm still working in childrenswear now, but like I feel like since I'm in London, I've been even more into sneakers because I've met like, I don't know, I feel like it's such a big culture in London, like the sneakers industry. I think it is in Paris as well, but I feel like at the time I wasn't like too much into this. So yeah, I think since I'm in London, I've been a bit crazy with sneakers.
When you got your tempo, so you were in Paris then?
Yes, I was in Paris, and then because I was like, I wanted to get more pairs, but I was studying, so it was like pretty hard to like just financially buy like more trainers and clothes. I was like paying quite a lot for my school, and like so I just couldn't really buy what I wanted. But then when I got my first pay, I was like, wow, I'm gonna get so many pairs, so many new clothes. And so I kind of like really started to like collecting sneakers from 2018. So when I moved here, basically.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because it's because I also in the last episode that you guys would have listened to by now,
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned that I lived in Paris for a year.
Yeah.
And the sneaker culture, there is one out there.
Yeah, definitely.
But even when I was there, I wasn't interested in sneakers at all. I literally took my triple black Aratis and a pair of white Air Forces, and I think my Converse, and I wore them on a rotation because it was like either going like to clubs or just walking around so much, and just like not having to care about footwear. Like I really actually enjoyed that when I was in Paris. So although there is a sneaker culture there, and obviously you have Pagao,
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
yeah, I don't think that it's definitely, it wasn't as crazy as it has been in London.
Exactly. I agree. I knew a few people who were really into sneakers in Paris, but I feel like, yeah, at the time I was just like, I don't know, I was like just interested, but I was like, I don't know. But then I don't know, I moved here and suddenly it was everywhere, and I saw so many cool people wearing the craziest pair, and I was like, wow, I want to get into this like sneaker community.
Yeah. And what's it been like getting into it?
Yeah, no, it's been good. I've learned like so much from like many people who were into sneakers for like a really long time. Um, and I started to collect sneakers like every week, every month I was getting a pair, doing raffle constantly. I was like going crazy about it. But yeah, I feel like I've really slowed down this last year. I feel like it has changed a lot as well this last 1 year, 2 years. I feel like there's like a lot of like very similar pair in like so many different colorways. I feel like it's not as I don't want to say it's not as cool as it used to be, but I feel like on in Nike they're not like as creative as they used to be, and I don't feel like the collaboration are like as cool as it used to be.
Yeah,
There's still like
it's
very
not as
cool
unique
stuff,
as it used to be.
but I feel like it has changed a lot, and I feel like I'm slowing down with like getting sneakers.
Yeah, I am also being a lot more reserved this year. I think that's just more like because I have so many pairs.
Yeah, I feel like you have so many pairs. I wanted to ask you, like, how do you stock them? Do you have like a stock room with all your pairs? Or?
I don't want to discuss that on internet. No, yeah, I just have. I don't have like a crazy amount. Well, to me, I don't have a crazy amount. But obviously, the average person, that like to them like 20 pairs is too much. But yeah, I keep all my shoes in the boxes, so they take up a lot
so
of
much space.
Yeah, but I would never. I just am not the person that would have shelves and have my shoes out.
Oh yeah. I have like a shelf where like I have my pairs, but it's the same. Like I don't have hundreds of pair, and every time I feel like there's a time where I had like a lot, and I was like, I don't even gonna wear all of them. So I was like, I just want to keep the ones I'm gonna wear the most, the one I'm gonna style, and then the rest I'm just gonna give them to people who actually gonna wear them.
Yeah.
I don't like stocking shoes. I want to wear them and make them like
Beat up.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, same. Like, well, not that I want to beat up my pairs, but before it was like I would have a pair, and then if I didn't wear it in like a week, I would either take it back to the shop if it
Yeah.
was a raffle win or something, or I'd like give it to a friend or whatever. And it's because like if I'm not that drawn to it, then I don't need it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
now it's like I have so many pairs that I just look back on and I'm like, I can't even remember what I haven't worn yet. Like sometimes, do you know how bad it is that if somebody, I go through my own Instagram feed to remember what I have picked up, because that's the way that I'm documenting it. Because otherwise, I'm just putting them in a box and I'm just putting them back away. Like if I don't reach to wear it then. So that's so that was all to say that that's the reason why I've been a lot more picky. But as well as yourself, I feel like we are getting to the point where we are seeing a lot of retros and we are seeing a lot of different colorways and things.
Yeah.
And it is getting to the point where pairs are starting to become similar, and it's like I don't need another white and black pair, white and red pair. Like I have.
Yeah, that's what I've been feeling as well. I feel like there's a time I had a lot of shoes and I was like, every time I was seeing a shoes I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting them. Oh yeah, I'm getting them. And I was like, I thought about it and I was like, well, I'm doing this. I don't need all of this pair. I just need the one I'm gonna wear. And so yeah, it's the same as you. Like I just kept the one I was like gonna wear the most, and then I've been way more picky. So now I just buy the stuff like I always wanted, like that was released like years ago, or like I just wait for something that really blow my mind, because otherwise I don't think it's worth it. And I'm trying to upgrade my wardrobe as well. So now I'm like more trying to like have the right pieces with my clothes, and then maybe I get more back into sneakers after a while when I see like a pair that I really want.
Yeah. What do you think is a signature like or staple items that people should have in their wardrobe?
What do you mean?
Like in terms of you're trying to like, change up your style or get kind of certain pieces. What kind of staple pieces do you feel like everybody should have in their closet? Like whether it's a handbag or pair of sunglasses.
That's a very good question. I don't know. Personally, the way I choose my clothes is like I really like designer clothes, and like I I I just I like spending my money wisely, and like I rather buy like one piece from like a designer and not buying anything for a few weeks rather than buying like a lot of things and just have like ton of clothes fashion. And yeah, exactly. So I just like I think there's no like pieces. I think I don't know. It's hard to explain. I feel like I try to buy things that I know I'm gonna wear. I mean, I hope I'm still gonna wear in 5 years. I just try to like buy the stuff that I want to keep for a while, and because I feel like it like also pushed me to not buy as much. So yeah, that's kind of like what I have been trying to do this last 3 years, and just like buying like better quality clothes to keep them longer.
And designs that will age well.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how I like buying clothes, but I know like not everyone think that way. I know a lot of people buy like secondhand vintage things, which is very cool, but I'm not that much into this.
No, you're not. That's not your.
That's not my vibe.
Style.
That's not my style, but it's also cool.
Yeah, well, going into your style, because for the visual audience, you look very cool and chic. And again, that was one thing that like I was just like, fuck, this girl dresses well. When I saw your Instagram. So kind of what inspired your style?
I feel like there's like a lot of people that I follow on Instagram, like a lot of my friends who are also very creative that really inspire me. So I feel like my style is coming from like the people I've met, like like some influencer or like just designer. I feel like some designer are amazing. They have like they like they're so creative, even though it's hard to do something new because like there's so many like obviously so many collections, so many like it's hard to be like creative in fashion because I feel like everything has been done already. But I feel like there's still designer who like very hard there and very like I don't know. I'm very inspired by a few designers, and that's why I'm trying to get like pieces from them because I know like they will be still there like in 5 or 10 years. So I feel like yeah, that's my inspiration.
Yeah.
In fashion.
You obviously mentioned that you now work in children's wear.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit more about what you do? I was super shocked when I invited you to come on because obviously you said to me like, yeah, I'm down. Like, I love your stuff, but I'm not that interesting. I work in children's wear. And I was like...
No, it's not bad. It's just, like, obviously, working in children's wear is like kind of very different for like kind of very different of like my love for fashion. Like, I was never very interested in children's wear until I started to work into it. But yeah, I work in this company and I'm like assistant designer. So I'm like helping creating collections, creating prints, and I also do like a lot of things related to digital marketing to create like ads and stuff like that. So it's very creative job, and I feel like it was very challenging for me at the beginning because it's very different from my style. But it was a good challenge because I feel like I could be creative in a field I never imagined myself working for. Um, so yeah, I've been in children's work for 3 years, but then recently I wanted to like start being productive for myself because I feel like during COVID I was like no productive at all. I was like, watching Disney Plus every day. But yeah, like recently I started like new social media. I started my own website and I was like, okay, I want to do something for myself. I want to go back on making illustration, doing maybe some like freelance jobs and stuff like that. So I built my own website, like put all the work I've been doing before for like influencer or like I used to do like illustration for like music artists and stuff like that. So I wanted to build a website with all my work and try to set goals to myself and like keep constantly working on it and add more and more because I feel like it's good to have like a portfolio and same for social. I feel like social you can sell yourself so well and easily on social media. You just have obviously to be very consistent. So that's why I wanted to start from the beginning and be like, okay, I'm gonna put like a lot of energy into this, and then I want to also show my creativity through social media by posting like photos, reels, stuff like that. So yeah, I've been trying to like do something for myself, which is good because I feel like for like a while I wasn't in the right headspace to do that. So I'm trying to like have my full-time job and do things for myself, which is nice. It's a bit like you, like I feel like you're doing so much and you feel like you're not, but you do. And like you want to do like a lot of things, creative things, and I feel like it's good if it's like it's good feeling to do things for yourself.
Yeah.
Especially after like lockdown and COVID. I don't know
Yeah.
how it was for you, but
No, it was terrible.
yeah, well, I can relate. Yeah, I feel like after such a long time, you feel so useless. You feel like, what am I doing with my life? And
Like, that's the thing. The hardest part of like lockdown and stuff for me it wasn't the actual situation.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
in terms of, yeah, it was great. I could do whatever I wanted. I had just so much free time. Like, the expectations of people was way less. Like,
yeah,
I brought a projector. Like, yeah, cool. I was living life, but just mentally, like, having so much free time and not doing anything mentally challenging was what was hard for me.
yeah.
Like, if I don't use my brain, I just feel, I don't know what it...
Go crazy.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
like, I just go numb. It's like, it's not even crazy, it's just numb. Like, nothing means anything and nothing matters.
yeah.
Because it's just like groundhog day, like every day just on repeat.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, so that was what was difficult to me. Like, but then that came and bit me in the ass because it was like later recently I've just been doing so much that I've just feel constantly tired. But I'm getting into the happy middle now of like, the other day I had so much free time and I was just like, I can't rest. Like, I don't know what to do if I'm not thinking about something or
Yeah.
like on my phone doing something. But yeah, anyway, that was.
No, I understand. Honestly, I completely relate. I feel like I was, you know, when the lockdown happened, I was like, oh yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna chill. It's gonna be good. And then after like 4 months, you're like, I'm so bored. Like, what I'm doing with my life? And then second lockdown, same story. Third lockdown, same story. And like, yeah, I just felt so unproductive. And I was like, where am I going? Like, I was like, yeah, no productive at all during that time. I was just like, I don't know. It was weird. Like,
Mm.
I thought like the thing is like I was feeling a bit pressure sometimes because I was seeing people being so productive during lockdown. I know some people use this free time to like start like so many things, and I was like, oh my god, like I should have done something with my free time, but like I'm sure like everyone had like different experience, but I was like, I wish I did something with this free time for 2 years, but
No, I mean, well, one, I think it really speaks to how important feeling like you have a purpose is.
yeah,
Because once you don't feel like you have a purpose, it's like, yeah, it's just the point of everything's meaningless then. Because
yeah,
it's
that's
like,
true.
there's only so much enjoyment you can get from doing nothing. Like, do you know what I mean? It runs its course after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And the other side of it is like, yeah, cool. For some people, being productive was them doing something that like got a tangible result. So either it's like some people lost an extreme amount of weight, some people made a startup and now they're like, you know, self-made whatever CEOs. But other people, it's like effectively, if all you did was survive, that's great. Like
Yeah.
that was good enough, because that was a very hard time. Like
Yeah, for
mentally, yeah, an awfully hard time. For people that either did or didn't lose their jobs or did or didn't lose people.
sure. Yeah.
You know, it's just very different. Like
Yeah,
so
100%.
just out of the norm of anybody's expectations.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, if you manage to get through it, then that's fine.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I feel like I told myself like it's fine not to be productive for such a long time, but I'm glad I've started to do something this year, and I like set my goals for the year, and even if like that doesn't get me anywhere, like at least I feel productive and I feel better by myself doing things. So it's a good feeling.
Yeah, 100%. Like the same. I always say this, like when I'm sad, like, yeah, cool, I can be a victim for whatever, however, like a week or something. I don't give myself time to be sad and whatever. But then at a certain point, then it needs to be like, no, like
I'm not
you've,
gonna.
yeah, like you've had enough time.
Yeah.
Like now, like just get your shit together and go and do what you have to do, because at a certain point, like feeling sorry for yourself is not going to get you anywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel the same way when it comes to like chilling. It's like, yeah, cool. Like be easy on yourself, but
Yeah.
only to a certain.
It's hard to not beat yourself up.
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, it is. But yeah. So you also sorry to switch, but
No
you
worries.
also you do graphic design.
Yes.
Did you learn that when you were at uni, when you did
Yeah,
fashion?
so when I was in fashion school, I was like, there was like two sides. There was like the side where how I was like learning how to sew, how to create patterns, and there was the other side where I was learning how to use Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. And I was very interested about like learning how to use softwares. And I just started to like create like illustration just because I just really enjoy like working on the softwares. So I was starting to do this, and then like I was posting this on my old Instagram, and there's a few friends that I know that are DJs, like they were like, oh, like I would love you to make an illustration for this, and I was like, oh yeah, cool, I'll do it. And then I started to do more things like this for people, which was very cool. And then I kind of like slowly stopped for some reason. But yeah, like I feel like graphic design is very like something I can definitely see myself doing in the future. Like I ideally I would still love to work in fashion, but I feel like I'm not the type of person who like would love to have her own brand or like love designing clothes. Like I love clothes and stuff like that, but I feel more creative in like the graphic design side, and I feel like that's something I wanna involved in.
Yeah, because on your website, so people can go and check it out themselves. I will put it also on screen, because I'm also a designer. No. You do like these 3D avatar lookbook.
Oh yeah, this thing actually, I haven't made the 3D thing, like 3D characters. Is from this app named Zepeto that I discovered from this Adair, Error, and Zara collaboration.
Okay.
They did like a collaboration and they launched a collection on this app, which is like it's like a social media, but you kind of create your own avatar, and you can just buy clothes, and it's like a sort of metaverse, like social media. It's pretty cool. So I got into this, and I was like, and I realized there was like a lot of brands who were collaborating with this app, like Gucci, Marine Serre, and you can get like actual like 3D.
I am.
Yeah, and I was like, this is so cool. So I starting to like do some like outfits on my 3D avatar and post it on my website because I thought it was fun. And I feel like it's quite like trendy. Like I feel like all these like metaverse, like 3D things are getting more and like bigger and bigger. So I just wanted to get more into this because I think it's very interesting.
Yeah, it was such a cool concept.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so cool.
I've heard of like metaverse
Yeah.
digital clothes. Like Tiny Temper has a whole range. But yeah, so it was super just interesting to me because, well, I actually thought that you created the avatars yourself.
I
Like,
wish. I wish.
so I mean, you
I
did.
think you can on the app create your own avatar, but like there's this sort of option where it says, oh, you need a 3D software to like create your own thing. Otherwise, the
Okay.
app like help you do it. But the thing is, like, I have no skills in 3D, unfortunately. But
Is this something you'd want to get into?
yeah, I would love. I was actually looking at getting classes to do either like 3D or like another like Adobe software, which is what it is, After Effects, to create like
Okay.
animation. Sorry, my accent.
No, I love it.
So yeah, I wanted to get like to do like short courses to just like have more skills in like those like softwares and 3D. I'm super interested. I think like, and I feel like when you want to work in shoe design, 3D now it's kind of like the main skill they're looking for.
Yeah. Is that what
Yeah.
is that still the dream?
It's still the dream. It's still the dream, but it's super expensive 3D classes. Like I was trying to look to get like some classes in London, and it's mad expensive. So I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe I has this for
just
Christmas
start a
next year.
GoFundMe.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's a good idea. I should do that.
You should. People might be super
Yeah.
generous. Would you want to do like shoe design for a brand, or would you want to? Would you ever want to create your own shoe line?
Um, I feel like, yeah, maybe for a brand. I feel like there's so much to learn from like those very big like shoe brand, or yeah, like I don't know, New Balance, Nike. I feel like I would imagine you can like learn from the people who work there. You just like learn endless of things. I think I would rather like work for people in like a big company than like working
Go
for myself. I
independent.
think I would not be a good businesswoman. I have to say, I can't see myself
You'd
like
be too
having my
easy
own
on
thing.
yourself.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would be great, but we never know. One day, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Um, so in terms of like, because obviously you want to go into shoe design, and I know you said that kind of releases these days are being a bit similar, but what do you think? Where do you think kind of the design of sneakers is going to go? Like in the next, I don't know, year, in terms of the designs, like, do you think it's going to be
I'm not
more
sure.
like a more advancing the tech of the silhouette, or like in terms of design, going more the custom route? The whole dip dye trend is on now.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know. Well, yeah, I feel like the technology like is obviously getting like better and better, and I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm not know how to respond this, to be honest. I'm
How do you feel about the tech kind of advancing when it comes to trainers in terms of like actual tech, like on the shoes?
yeah. I feel
Because
yeah. No,
I was gonna say, because to me it doesn't make the shoe any more appealing to me.
really.
Yeah, like it's self-lacing shoes. I think that they're amazing in terms of for what they are designed for. In terms of, for example, some disabled people who may need
Yeah.
help with lacing their shoes, I think they're terrific in that sense. And I also think that that should be factored into the price point of it when they are marketed, because some of them are extremely expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, But other than that, in terms of like just me, an average consumer that's able, I don't see any benefit to me getting it just because it's self-lacing. Like,
Yeah.
whereas there are some people that are like, oh my god, like that's so cool, and yeah, and that's what makes them gravitate towards it. But so I just wondered for you, like, does the advanced tech make a difference?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question, actually. I never thought about this. um, no, I don't know. I don't know how to answer this. Um,
Or are you just indifferent?
I don't know. I feel like I'm a bit indifferent, to be honest. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm very into like there's like some crazy pair of shoes there. Like obviously the technology is insane and like there's a lot of research, but I feel like yeah, it's either like super expensive and I don't know. It's a good question. Sorry, I don't know how to answer this.
It's okay. That's fine.
I'm so bad.
No, not bad. It's fine. I just like that you just really have no no answer for me.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like what kind of like when you say all of these things, that do you have like a specific brand that you think about, like?
Well, just for example, even like the Air Mags.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
Yeah. You don't care
I
anymore.
don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about the film. I don't care about the shoes. Like, I understand that they're a great piece of sneaker history. And I appreciate them in that aspect. And I obviously, when I say I don't care about the film, I do, it's obviously so cool to see it, you know, come to fruition. But in terms of the actual shoe itself, no.
You don't feel like it's
I have no
no
like
no
desire.
interest. Yeah. You don't feel like it's something that is like very like
Yeah,
new and
I don't think it looks good.
okay.
Like,
Do you have an example? I would like I don't know.
of
Like
what?
what kind of Air Max you feel like is
No, the Air Mags. The
Air
Nike Air
Max, sorry,
Mags
sorry.
from
Oh yeah, this type of
from
okay,
Back
yeah,
to the
yeah, I
Future.
see. Oh yeah, I
No,
don't
I
care
love Air
either. I don't
Maxes.
care either.
Yeah, so it's just
Yeah.
like I don't think it looks good on people's foot. It looks great as a
I feel like
by
it's
itself.
kind of like a piece of art. It's like
Hmm.
okay, like the concept and like the material and like the history behind is like it's very cool. But you wear that, you look a bit like an idiot. I mean,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's like yeah, I feel like as a piece of art is like it's interesting and
Yeah, for sure.
but I don't think it's. I mean, there's people who say, "Oh yeah, I can easily wear this," but I'm like, really, like,
Or even there was what are they called? The Mars yards. Not the Mars.
oh yeah,
Not the Mars yards. The
these are very cool though. But I think that's the same. Like they're very cool, but like super hard to wear. Yeah, I feel like it's more like hearty than
yeah.
than
It's like
trainers that you wear on
yeah,
like,
like
daily
having to cut
basis.
away and all that stuff. Yeah, it's cool. It's a very cool concept, and a lot of thought and detail
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
into
yeah,
it. But in terms of like me just wearing them,
yeah.
it's like yeah, no. But then I guess you're right. We are coming into the realm of like what are what do the sneakers mean to you? Is it art or is it something for you to
Yeah.
wear?
I was when you were saying this, I was kind of thinking of like Yeezy and like there's some pairs that like obviously like the material are pretty good and they're like super comfy shoes, but some design are just so crazy and there's people who actually like manage to wear them like in a super cool way, which I'm super impressed because sometimes I look at the shoe and I'm like, what the hell is this? But then like there's some people who manage to rock them like in a very cool way and it's quite impressive, but like I was thinking of Yeezy because I feel like sometimes the design is like I'm like just like what the hell is this? But yeah, it's not, it looks some you know those like I can't remember the name, those like big boots.
The boots, yeah.
I was thinking of this because I saw a photo of a girl who was wearing them earlier on my Instagram and I was like, whoa, like she knows how to wear them, but these are shoes I would never imagine wearing because they look like I don't know a fucking I don't know flower pot. It's just so big. I don't know.
Yeah, I've actually seen a lot of girls rocking them
Yeah,
like
really.
really well.
I never seen them in
Only
person.
on only
Instagram.
on Instagram. But yeah, that's actually such a good point. Like Yeezy has always been quite a controversial brand in
Yeah.
that sense of yeah, just the silhouettes. How do you feel about foam runners?
I was also thinking about this.
I feel like they look like if Spider-Man
Fucking way.
just shot a web and let it dry.
Honestly, the first time I saw that, I was like, no, they're never gonna release this because you know, before they release Yeezy, they have those like 3D concept thing,
Oh yeah,
and I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, no, that's not gonna be a shoe. How can you wear this? And then actually, I've seen them in real, and like they're so light, they're super comfy, but they're so weird.
I haven't worn one. I think they feel plastic.
Yeah, they feel very. I feel like it's nice for when you are home, you know, like a.
I saw someone wearing them in the rain.
What?
I was like, you're gonna be so mad.
That'd be awful. You're
Yeah,
going to be so like wet and
disgusting.
stuff.
Ugh. One of my biggest pet peeves is wet clothing on me. Like,
Oh, I hate
oh.
this.
Yeah, I
Every
hate
time
it.
it rains, I like pray for my sneakers to be okay. But in London, it's always like this. But yeah, no, the foam runner, are like, yeah, they're very. There's no issues I will ever wear. But there's people who manage to wear them.
Yeah, my
Nicely.
best friend has a pair and she wears them, and I'm just like, yeah, no.
I don't know. Yeah, they are yeah, a bit weird.
But yeah, you're like, there are definitely people that pull them off, and that's actually really interesting because it's like a lot of people rely, especially how sneaker culture has changed so much, and kind of the desirability of pairs and stuff. I feel like a lot of people rely on that to carry an outfit,
Yeah.
which is totally fine, and I do it myself. Like you will definitely catch me in like just a plain tracksuit wearing like whatever crepes. And I'm perfectly fine with that, but I also recognize that that's very lazy, in terms of like people that actually have kind of style or have an eye for fashion, where they can like rock the shoe and make it look a lot better than it is
Yeah.
when it's a pair that isn't just gonna be so like so desirable or
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
attractive
I know what
to,
you mean.
to people generally. Like that's always super cool to me, like especially when it's, for example, a GR or something, and people are like, bro, like what is that on your foot? And then they say, oh, it's like I got it from Sports Direct. It just is super sick, and it's so rare these days to see that, because yeah, I feel like everybody is just obsessed with getting the same
Yeah,
pair and
that's
getting the
very
most
true.
recent
That's
pair.
very true. I agree.
And yeah, and letting the price tag kind of speak for itself, type of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I agree completely. Um, yeah, I feel like, yeah, personally, I feel like when I pick a shoes, I really like try to think of like the way I'm gonna like style it. Um, and yeah, I just think of like a whole outfit and how I would like wear it. So I don't know. Yeah, I feel like this is how I kind of like, yeah, spend my money on sneakers. But sometimes there's like some very like conceptual sneakers that like I really like, and I'm like, okay, try to think like how would you wear that, and I'm like, there's nothing I could imagine wearing with. So I leave it for like people who like super cool and can make it like super, I don't know, fashionable, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna play a game.
Okay.
And I haven't planned this game, but we're gonna play it just based off what you said. I'm gonna name a shoe and you can tell me what you would style it with.
Okay, let's
Okay?
do this.
The first one, the Comme des Garçons Nike club that they just had, and it looked like a heel.
Oh my god. Are you joking?
No, that's the pair that came to my mind when you were just talking about it. So what would you style that for? If I was like, Julie, I'm going out for dinner, and my man bought me this pair, and he said, Sandy,
Your
you
man
have
is good. He got you a nice pair.
and then he said, Sandy, you have to come wearing this. What can I wear it with, Julie? Help me.
Well, you could buy like super baggy jeans so you could kind of like cover the shoe.
Yeah.
That could work. And then like a nice, like, I don't know, like nice bodysuit with like maybe another layer, like a shirt. And then, yeah, maybe as long as you don't really see the shoe. Maybe that would work.
So your
No,
advice is cover the shoe. But to be honest, I feel like that's the best way to rock it.
Honestly, this show is like a fucking mystery. I'm like, wow. They were like pretty high when they imagined this. But you know what? We never know. We might find someone on Instagram who actually wear it like very nicely with like, I don't know, like a very cool designer dress with like all these like a Comme des Garçons dress. They have like super like yeah, baggy, like fit with like all these like cuts and stuff like that. Maybe it could be cool, like a old Comme des Garçons fit, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shoe is something.
I feel like it's something that looks super cool on editorial, like images.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like not for the average person.
I'm wonder how many sales they did on that shoe, honestly, because it's hard to wear. I would say.
Okay, next pair of Crocs, pair of pink Crocs. This time I'm going for a picnic.
Okay, pink Crocs. Let me think.
Because you wear pink often.
Yeah, I love pink, but Crocs not so much. But you know what? It's crazy. Like there's so many people who wear Crocs and manage to do something pretty cool with it. Like I used to like really like Crocs, but some people manage to make them very cool. I don't know. You could wear like. There's this girl that I really love on Instagram. She has so many Crocs, and she always wear them with like colorful tights and like those very cool dresses with like this like digital like prints, and it looks so nice. So
cool.
I will show you later. But yeah, I feel like you could wear this with like a dress and like some cute tights, and yeah, that could work.
Yeah,
I do something for you. Don't worry.
Thank you. Okay, last pair. The Air Max 1 Elephant, because we were talking about it
these
off camera, I think. I don't think we were recording then.
No,
but yeah, I was
you were telling me you wanted them.
I wanted them, and the prices just skyrocketed. But yeah, so if I ever manage to get a pair, what should I wear it with? What should I debut it with?
Let me think. I don't know. That's an easy pair to wear, to be honest. I feel like you can wear Air Max with anything.
Yeah, even when they have prints on them and stuff, I feel like
you can wear them with anything. I feel like that's why it's cool with Air Max. Like you can rock them with anything you have, even with like dresses, a skirt, like because like they're low, like it's so easy to wear. I'm sure. I don't know. I feel like. Imagine you have them this summer. What could you wear with them?
Yeah, I'm going to a barbecue. It's a nice summer's day. Do
you wear like dresses?
Yeah.
Yeah? I feel like I've never seen you in dresses on Instagram.
You have to take me out, Julie. I'll wear a dress.
I want to see. Yes, you could wear maybe like a nice set. Like comfortable. Yeah, I like maybe like with cargos and like cute like white top, and then maybe had like there's like blue on the shoes, right?
Yeah.
And maybe had like an accessories that kind of match the blue, something like a little bag.
Yeah, I actually I want to get into cargos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any. Well, I have some Cortez ones, but other than that, I don't have any.
I feel like they're getting more more trendy and trendy again. I feel like there was something for a bit, and then you didn't see them, and then now like this is the thing again.
100%. I feel like they always come for a bit.
They always come back. They disappear, but they always come back.
It's like you can never like get rid of them.
Yeah.
Although army pants have like just gone.
Yeah.
Because they always used to come back in this one. Now it's like you don't see anyone wearing army print hardly. Other than military jackets, yeah, but like cargo.
Yeah,
pants, yeah, no.
The print, yeah. We always. I feel like everyone had at least like a military like print at least once. But yeah, now it's not a thing anymore. Now it's just like those super baggy cargos.
Super baggy,
yeah. It's pretty cool.
It is cool. But I feel
like they're a bit too baggy. I feel like it's like
parachute,
a bed sheet.
Yeah, but I feel like they always look cool on other people. But it's just the thing that I don't think I would look good on me.
Yeah, same.
I feel like, but no, I think on you, yeah, because it's like I feel like you have to be petite.
But I'm super short. I feel like I will look.
I think that looks better though.
Yeah.
Yeah, on short girls.
I bought this on Depop. I feel like this is the largest I could wear, which is not like super large, but
it's not
super large, but
at all. You're like pulling your skin.
I know, but for me it's quite. Yeah, I like things that are quite tight. So I feel like for me it's quite large, but
yeah. I also briefly mentioned, and we've also touched on it a few times, you created a new Instagram.
Yeah.
I know you said that you wanted to kind of use it as as sort of a mini portfolio, or just to allow brands to kind of get more learn more about you. What was also like why did the rebrand happen? Because I'm sure there's more reasons than just that.
The thing is, like, my old Instagram, I had this Instagram for like 10 years, and it was kind of a mess. There was a lot of things of my personal life, like my illustration, like some like cool photos, and then my personal life again. So I feel like my old Instagram was just like very messy, and I wasn't consistent. Like, I wasn't posting all the time. I was
But
like,
you had a
once.
few followers, right?
Yeah, because I feel like I had it for a long time, and I've done like some illustration for like some influencers. So I had like good followers, but also like I feel like it wasn't really growing. It was like, I don't know. I feel like it was good for me to start like a brand new page and being, yeah, like try to post like few times a week and do something more consistent than my personal one. So that's why I wanted to like start fresh. And I was like, maybe I should like, I have like quite like good followers. Maybe I should keep it and just like delete all my photo. But also I didn't want to do that, so I was like, it's cool. I don't really mind about the followers. Like, I rather have a brand new page and like just be consistent and just posting only about fashion, sneakers, um, and yeah, that's why I like wanted to start over. Really.
It's super interesting to hear because like not a lot of people are ready to just abandon a number, a number like
Yeah, that's
in
true.
terms of the
That's true.
follower number,
I
because
feel like it doesn't really matter. I feel like you see, you can like kind of see that people have like a few followers, but you don't know if like those followers are real. You don't know if like they have actually like a good engagement. And I feel like it's more important to like a good engagement with the people who follow you rather than have like thousands of followers. And that wasn't, I didn't really care about this, to be honest. I was like, I rather like have a brand new page, and if people want to follow me, they know they're gonna follow something that is about like fashion, sneakers, my creativity, and I want them to be interested about that. I know about like me going out with my friends and all of these things. So yeah, that's why I've done this. But I'm very happy with my 200 followers. Like, I feel like there's like, it's mostly my friends and family, but I'm starting somewhere, so it's good.
yeah, no, sorry, I was just laughing because I actually enjoyed the quirky pictures of you going out with your friends.
Yeah.
I loved it. That's what like it's so hard to explain to someone, but you just have a. If your picture came up on a timeline, I would know that that's a picture that you took. Like your imagery just had like certain quirks to it. And I just always found it just super cute. Like, it's just super
Thank
cool.
you.
But yeah, no, I try and say to people like, don't get bogged down on numbers.
Yeah.
More just for the fact of like you never know like who's watching type of
Yeah.
thing. Like, and the biggest lesson that I've learned, well, not a lesson, but the biggest thing that's kind of became much more apparent to me, it's something that I've always kind of known, but it's just become a lot more clear, is that the people that are doing like all the cool things behind the scenes of like brands or TV companies or like media companies or in the music industry, they don't have large followings like
Yeah.
on their Instagram or their Twitters or whatever, but they're doing the most stuff.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
the people that are gifting people that are brands, that it's not the brand themselves that has like million followers. It's like these random, well, not random people, but these
Yeah,
individuals
yeah,
that
yeah.
nobody really knows
Exactly.
who are in charge. Like, you have this great responsibility of
Mm-hmm.
who's going on the PR list. Like, and that's why it's so important to just be nice to everyone. Like, you shouldn't care so much about numbers.
Yeah, yeah. It's very true.
And equally, you shouldn't just be nice to people because of what they might be able to do for you. But at the end of the day, the fact is that if you are just nice to everybody you meet, you're gonna come across somebody that could possibly do something for you, and you
Yeah.
can probably do something for them too. And it's like we as people, which is it's a good thing and a bad thing, because it does kind of, it helps you navigate people that are just like interested in numbers and are just,
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
because after doing the panel for uh Air Max Day
Mm-hmm.
with Nike, like, I've definitely noticed certain people that are trying to,
Really?
yeah, that are trying to talk to me or like get my attention or whatever. just in terms of they think that like, yeah, cool, now if I'm friends with them, like I'll bring them in on certain projects and stuff, and it's like, yeah, no, like I do understand that this timing is very coincidental. But yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I feel like you can get pretty caught up on like followers and stuff like that, and have a different like view on like people, like depending on their followers, but it actually that doesn't matter at all. And I have one of my friend who has like one of my best friend actually, she has her own brand, and there was like this company who like wanted to work with her, and so she did like a bit of work for them, and then they were like thinking, oh, we thought like maybe you could like maybe promote like our brand on your social, but actually we realized you don't have like a lot of followers, so we don't not sure we want to work with you. And it was just crazy because like she has so much potential, she's like super creative, and it was just very sad that they were like just like, oh no, sorry, you don't have enough followers. Like that doesn't mean anything, like that doesn't make her like less creative and stuff like that. And I feel like even sometimes when you hear that from like brands that like tell you this type of thing, is like it's kind of sad, because I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's yeah, you can get caught up in these things, and it actually doesn't mean anything. So yeah, I agree with what you said.
Yeah, like I don't blame anyone that gets caught up in it, and I'd be lied to
Yeah,
me
yeah,
it's
for
never
sure.
happened. But it's like it it obviously it gets you caught in a cycle where you have
Yeah.
to kind of the fact is you have to care to if you want to grow socially, and obviously it is now linked with monetization and stuff, so you have to care to the
Yeah,
extent
yeah,
that
yeah, for sure.
you have to keep being consistent, like you mentioned, because if you're not consistent, it's very people forget about
Very
you very
hard.
easily, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Although having said that, when you went missing, I did actually notice, so
Thank you.
that that says a lot about branding.
Yeah.
Like if you have managed to kind of brand yourself in a way where you would leave kind of a stain on people's memory, like if they don't see it come up, that's also like a great thing. I think 'cause that's what people want to achieve, right? It's like if they're not posting, they want people to notice.
Yeah, exactly.
Which apparently is going to become easier now that Instagram's introduced their favorite following tab.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
But I don't have access to it yet.
Really?
Yeah. Do you?
I do. Yeah. I recently I could, but I don't really understand like what I mean. It's a weird feature.
I
It's
think
like,
it's
I mean, you have your favorites, so like you kind of select like the one you want to see, like they post the most, but then what about the others? I just don't know. It's such a like the algorithm on Instagram is very weird lately. I don't know what's going on, but
yeah, everyone's like, oh, do reels, like reels push it. It's like, yeah, no, it doesn't. Like
I
for some
don't know.
people, yeah, sure, but
I do reels, but I feel like, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's the only feature that like um push your Instagram. I just feel like I don't know what they're doing, but even with like, with the feed, like it's not even in a chronological order, and it used to be. They kind of like, I don't know.
yeah.
Just,
So but that's supposed to be. So the following tab is supposed to put your feed in chronological order.
yeah,
And then the favorite tab is supposed to just be like obviously the people that you favorited. So you always just want to see their latest posts. Like,
yeah.
and then I think the home tab is for a mixed feed and sponsors.
It's just very confusing, all of this.
It is very confusing. It does make me wonder whether Instagram will still be around in like
I don't
5.
know. I feel like TikTok has taking over slowly.
No,
But
TikTok.
you don't think?
No, TikTok will never win me over. I don't like that type of media.
Oh yeah,
I
me
prefer
neither.
pictures.
I've started, but I hate it already. And I was always telling everyone I would never get on TikTok. I'm too old for that. That's not even true. I'm not old for that. But I just
Yeah, you're young.
Yeah, I'm 25. I'm not old at all. But I was just like, oh, I don't understand. Like, what is TikTok? People are dancing on it. They don't know how to dance. I was very confused with the concept. But I was like, okay, why not? Like, it's another social I could try. And I've been posting a few things. It's actually very similar to my Instagram, but I just can't be bothered.
But that's what people do. They just recycle content.
Yeah.
Although I do feel like there's a slight difference between like TikTok videos and like reels.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like they're a bit more snappy, I think.
Yeah, and I feel like you can even you if you follow people like on your feed, you're gonna have more people that you don't follow than the people you follow. So you can just
Oh, even on TikTok?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, well, I guess if you keep...
and I feel like there's like just a lot of crap. I don't know.
There is.
Seriously, there's like a lot of crap. Like I thought it was like a good social, but I'm not like fully into it. I don't
You
even
changed your mind.
I'm trying, and I see all of this trend, and I'm like, I'm so confused.
Yeah, like the most common thing that everybody always told me is get on TikTok. They're like, get on TikTok, it'll be...
But I feel like
you'll grow, you'll blow so fast by the turn. It's like, I understand that it might be easier to gain followers on TikTok. Obviously, as you were saying, the algorithm for TikTok seems to be like so much more beneficial than the one on Instagram.
But I feel like you need to give it way more time.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Way more time.
Like, I don't want to
spend more time on
spend more.
social.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like that was the one reason I didn't want to get TikTok for a very long time, because I was like, I already spent a lot of time on Instagram. I'm gonna spend all my life on my phone if I download another one. So I still downloaded it, but I like turn off the notification so I don't go every day. But like when I like the like few amount of people I followed, they post 3 times a day, and I'm like, when do you have time to like make all these videos? And I feel like you have to give it way more time, and then I feel like it's just a lot.
Because the thing that like was used to be cool about TikTok was that people could just make these like 60-second videos
Yeah.
in their house with no nothing, like not even dressed up, ready, whatever, and then they like could get super famous off that. But now it's like just the effort that's required for a video is just like seem to have just been on an incline.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think I'm gonna carry on TikTok. I wanted to try, but it's time consuming.
Yeah.
And it's very different from Instagram, and I don't feel like I could get more into it, to be honest. But I feel like it's still a good platform to like try, like for example for your podcast, if you like use it to make like short video, that could be very cool. But it's extra time for you to do, I guess.
You know what? In this conversation, I was actually just a part of my brain was thinking, you know what, Sandy, you should just you should actually use TikTok just for podcast highlights. So you know what? I'll start.
You can,
I'll start.
you can like
guys
try.
Check me out on TikTok.
You can try, and then obviously if you don't like it or you don't want to post anything, that's fine. You have like your Instagram and
No, I'll try. But yeah, I mean, it is great. The social media is definitely like helping businesses and like podcasts and just things that people are doing. It's just a great way for them to accelerate their growth, like which is super sick of the platform.
Yeah, it's good platform. It's just like you have to give it some time and be patient and consistent for sure. But yeah,
I think the problem is trying to like do something that creative whilst also like managing a full-time job.
It's hard. It takes time.
Yeah, because it's cool to cool, I can do my 9 to 5 and then I'll focus on like my own thing, but then add in, you need to carve out time to promote the own thing that you're doing, because your 9 to 5 doesn't take any promotion. Like you're getting paid by somebody for that, but the thing that you're trying to do yourself and to get your name out there, that's like a whole other energy and time. So that's what I find the hardest is the promo.
Do you like do you work on like all of your podcast and like Instagram like mostly on weekends or like after work? Like how do you organize yourself with all of this? Like you're like so busy all the time.
How do I organize myself is a great question. I don't really organize myself.
You just go with the flow.
Yeah, go with the flow. I'm so go with the flow. Like I'll have an idea and I'll do it. But I'll focus on like, it's super weird to explain. Like I'll focus on things. I'll focus on like 3 things at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Like resolving an issue or like booking guests or whatever. And then I'll like have an idea, and this is also going to sound really weird, but it's like when I go to sleep, like by the time I wake up, I'll have resolved my issue. like in my dream, I'm like I'm doing whatever I need to do. Yeah, it's super weird.
So you wake up and you're like, okay, I know how I'm gonna like fix these things. Everything's good.
Yeah, it's like I'll wake up with a list of like, okay, I need to call this person.
Okay.
Do you know what? Like, as in, I'll have tasks that I need to arrange or whatever. But yeah, anyway, the short answer is I don't really organize myself. I just do things as and when. Like, I do have some order in the sense of if I know obviously if I'm gonna release a podcast on Friday, I'll have to edit it by a certain time, and the same with like uploading videos on Mondays. So those stuff I'll like schedule.
Yeah.
But in terms of the Instagram, that's where I fall short because it's like I don't want to spend more time on social media either.
I understand.
But I also understand that I need to post to keep people engaged and stuff. But yeah, I'm at the point now where I just want to make the content and hopefully get her story to a place where I could have like
I feel like
other
the
cool people.
Instagram of the podcast that already grow a lot.
Yeah, we just reached 1K.
I know, I saw that. Was a whoa, that's super impressive.
Thank you.
Started like a few months ago.
Yeah. Well, I actually started the page at the back end of 2020.
Okay.
But I didn't do anything with it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been like the last year, I guess, from when I first started the online interviews for her Max Week that I did last year to now. Yeah, it's super sick. Super dope.
So cool, yeah.
It's very cool.
Impressive.
I think I've asked you all my questions. Is there anything that you feel like we've left out? Spoke about your sneaker journey.
I wanted to ask you about your own sneaker.
Okay.
Because like I haven't like I saw that you had like your own like 95 and I was like, wow, this girl is way too cool. And I just wondered like how did that happen? You say it was like back in 2020, right?
Yeah, so it was in so the shoe came out in July. Was it June or was it July? Oh, it might have been June actually.
So it was like the first year of lockdown, right?
Yeah, it was the first lockdown. I think a couple months before, whatever, so there was the Nike YU workshop, which has now changed to We Are Cultivator, and they released applications for the London Nike YU workshop, and they actually closed the applications early. Okay. So I didn't apply the first round. And then whatever, went about my life. And then I saw on Instagram that they actually reopened it. So then, yep.
Oh my God.
So I reapplied.
So cool, yeah.
Well, not reapplied. I applied, and it was just a online application form. Like, what do you think that? Like, why do you think that we should select you? Like, what's a bit about your background? Why are you interested in sneakers? Like, if you were going to. I don't even remember the questions, but like if you were going to make a shoe, like what would it be about right there? Well, I don't even think that they mentioned about.
Did you have like a very clear idea of like what you wanted to like?
No, nothing at all. To be honest, I don't even think they even said anything about if you were going to design a shoe. Okay. I think it was more just like about me, about my values, like who am I? Also, I think there was something in there about community. Okay. But yeah, so I filled that out. I submitted that, and then it was about. I want to say like a month later, I just got a random email like, "Oh, you've been selected as one of 20 guest designers." I was like, I was like, yeah, I was like, what? Like that's crazy. And then I think we arranged a Zoom call, and then they were just saying like, "This is the brief. Like you can choose between either a 90 or a 95."
Okay.
And it was like Unseen London. So what does Unseen London mean to you type of thing? Like what story do you want to tell with your shoe that represents the city? And then so from there it was like that's when kind of the cogs in my head were going, and then from there I had a clear idea of I actually wanted to do something. I don't know, are you familiar with Trocadero in London? Okay, so it used to be like the Japanese anime arcade quarter. Yeah. So I remember like one of the first times that I actually came like to London by myself. And like went around with my friend, we went to Trocadero, and I also love like anime and stuff. So that was gonna be my initial inspiration. Like my initial shoe. In my idea, I was thinking like pastels or something like that, just to represent Trocadero.
That's cool.
But then we got the logins to the website, which is basically like the Nike ID website. And the color palette that I had for 95, it wasn't representative of Chocodero.
Oh,
So I was like, okay, now like
you need to think of something
yeah,
else.
I was like, I need to think of something else. And yeah, just like I can't remember how it came to me, like how the inspiration for my shoe came to me, but it just, I'm sure people have figured out after talking about my organization that I'm just very like I go with the flow and things just come to me and things just make sense. And I get inspiration from like everywhere. So I honestly was probably just taking a walk in the park. Like it was peak lockdown. That was all I could do. And then I just kind of got the inspiration for like greens and the greenery in London, and then it was like the whole Black Lives Matter protest, George Floyd, like that got me really like angry but also passionate. And I think that a lot of what I do unfortunately stems from me having like a fire in my belly. Like I started the podcast because I was angry. Like I was I was annoyed at the narrative that was going around about females, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do something to change that. The same way I was really angry about, you know, the racism of being like rife, and I was also angry that people had to scream just for someone to hear, to be heard. Like it genuinely just upset me. So then that kind of came into the revolt aspect of the shoe, and a lot to do with the kind of the promotion of it. I did artwork giveaway. But yeah, so then that was just going through the website, putting different colours on it, seeing how it looked. Cool. And I didn't really play around with it that much, to be honest. And it's really funny because
you were happy with the result. Is it like what you imagined when you did like the ID?
Yeah. It's honestly a lot better than I imagined, because like I wanted to touch on like the light and dark and the like the difference in London between night and day, and also the difference, like there's a lot of yin yang in London. Like, you know, you have these mansions and then you have like prisons. And it's like you have these wealthy people and then you have like poverty. Like I wanted to do the two sides, and that's why the lace loops on the shoe, one of them's light and one of them's dark. But also, like after I got the shoe in hand and I was wearing it, I realized that like in the light it looks way more green, and then in the dark it's like actually looks quite dull and moody. Yeah,
that's so cool.
And I love that. Like in the back, like the tab, I knew it was reflective, but just the way that it looks because of the color that I put on it, it's like one of my favorite color is duck egg blue.
Okay, so that was like perfect.
Yeah, right. So I'm so happy with it in hand, and it's just a pair that like when I wear it, people compliment it, and also it's like so many people are just like yeah, it's a lot better than I thought it was. Like every time they see it, they grow more in love with it, and also it's super dope to see like my friends wear it. And
I can imagine. And also like you had like, even if you say you're going with the flow, it really feels like you had like a good thought about like what you wanted to like express as a design in your shoes. So it's very interesting.
I am very go with the flow in the sense of I have no expectations of life.
Okay.
Like it took a lot for me to get to a point in life where I was able to just let things be. Just because I feel like I liked to play the victim, as I was saying. Like I kind of victimized myself just in terms of like comparing myself to others or whatever it was. And then I kind of got myself to a place where now I just have no expectations. Like I believe in God. I don't believe that anything is owed to me. And that includes like opportunities or people giving back what, you know, I give them type of thing. But as much as I am go with the flow, whatever I do put in effort.
A lot of thoughts and
I do put in thought and effort into things that I do just because I want it to be representative of me. Like
of course.
The same way, like if I haven't got a great podcast guest or if I haven't got someone that I am necessarily interested in speaking to, I won't. I won't do it. Like I have a lot of people that are trying to do things with me, and I'm just like,
really? Do you get like lots of DMs to like is it like, do you have lots of people trying to reach out to you? And
I have people trying to reach out. Like I have people trying to either be part of her story,
but
I don't think they actually want to like contribute anything I think they just want their name associated. And then I also have people that like they're interested in coming on the podcast, which is great, but they have done things that I guess I don't necessarily agree with,
Okay.
or
Fair
they
enough.
support
Yeah.
things that I don't agree with, or
Do you kind of tell them when they ask you, or you just kind of decline nicely?
no, I am quite honest.
Okay.
Like there was a platform that reached out to me and they literally copied my bio.
What?
and I was like to them like, yeah, like this is all cool and I'm happy to collab or like in this aspect, but I don't really appreciate
Yeah, obviously.
you just copying my my content and my bio. And
they're trying to do like the same type of.
yeah, trying to do the same, but I see it a lot. Like I can't. Female platforms are always going to be important because I don't think there can be enough safe spaces, right? But at the same time, the main thing about appreciating people and showing love and support to people is to just support it when they do it.
Yeah.
Like, don't try and have a piece of the pie just because now you see that it's sweet. Like,
I know what
do you know what I mean? Like,
completely.
if you didn't care about this before it was popular, you didn't care about it when people were trying to.
Don't try to get into it just
Yeah,
it's trendy.
yeah, 1,000%. It annoys me when anybody does anything with kind of the wrong intentions behind it.
But it's good that you kind of see that, like, you kind of see like the people that you think that trying to do this, and it's good that you can see this because sometimes you can just meet the wrong people, and I don't know. Anyway, I just think it's good.
Thank you. But yes, that was the story of my shoe. I hope that it was.
It's so cool. No, it's so interesting. I actually had no idea like how you came up with like the like design and concepts. I was interested because no everyone have his own Nike, so I feel like I wanted to know about that.
Yeah, thanks you. Yeah, so well, to give you a little bit more then, because I feel like I didn't give you enough. So obviously I wasn't born in London.
Okay.
So I moved here in 2019. And one of my friends actually committed suicide.
Oh my god.
At the end of 2019. So when the shoe came about in 2020, a lot of the reborn kind of rebirthing aspect of it was one to do with the fact that I also I think that everybody that comes to London, they don't change the same version that they arrived. Just because it's such a dynamic and fast-paced city that it kind of forces you to change. And obviously, I feel like as people who wants to leave somewhere new, the same person they were when they got there, like the whole point of life is transition. Like you're supposed to change. So that was one aspect of the kind of reborn story. But also the other aspect is like having to go through like just grief or just unlearning things just in general. I feel like we're all obviously everybody's a product of their environment, and sometimes you have to take yourself out of certain norms and certain ways of thinking just to ask yourself a question like, is this my actual opinion? Because it's very easy to think your opinion is your own when you're just surrounded by people that think the same. So that also kind of had a lot to do with it, and because I feel like I changed a lot through the period of grief and just lockdown.
That was pretty much at the same time as well. So wow. And so where from London then? So where are you from?
The northeast, like Newcastle.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
never been, but
I don't suggest that there's any reason for you to go, if I'm honest. But yeah, so I'm from the north. Cool. But yeah, so that's why it's called Reborn. A lot of people think it's called Revolt, but it's not. Also, people think it's called Air Sandy, and it's not. But I can see why.
Air Sandy. I thought it was the name.
No, I just gave myself that nickname, and then it stuck, and I was like, hey.
I love it. Though. It's very cool.
I want to get a chain one day that just says Air Sandy.
Yeah, you should.
I will when I'm a millionaire. But okay, so I think that wraps it up.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I feel like I've literally just been speaking for 20 minutes.
No. I was interested. I didn't want to make this whole thing only about me. I wanted to meet you and also know about yourself.
Oh, thank you. But you are the star, so please do let the people know where they can find you.
Yes, they can find me on Instagram and TikTok, even if it's a bit of a nightmare. And my name is JLNOU. AU. Oh my god, they're never gonna find me.
I'll put it on screen.
Yeah. I think it's better.
Yeah, no worries. And you also have a website.
Yes, and my website is like the same as my Instagram name. So
Which you just
will do,
butchered.
yeah.
www.jlnau.com.
Yeah, a bit of my name, a bit of my surname, basically.
Yeah. Julie Naudet.
Julie Naudet, I got it.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. À bientôt.
Merci. Well, thank you guys. Big thank you to Julie for your time today.
Thank you for having
It's
me.
genuinely been a pleasure. Thank you so
Same.
much for coming through, and it was very nice getting to know you
Same.
and your story. I wish you all the best on your fashion,
Thank
shoe
you.
design and graphic design journey. Guys, please make sure you do check out her Instagram, her TikTok. Give her some likes on there because we know that she's really been challenged putting out this
You don't have
content.
to go on the TikTok.
No,
I
you
would
have
recommend.
I recommend. Should we put one in the video? We might,
Oh, no.
might throw one in. But thank you guys. That's been myself, Sandy, the Her Story in Sneakers podcast. Make sure you guys check out the previous episodes, some reviews that we now have on the YouTube channel. And yeah, thank you for your time. I will catch you in the next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.